Do you want to be more creative? I do. And one thing I wish I knew about being creative a long time ago when I started trying to sell my art and do lots of gig work was that I think in pictures, not words. And that makes a lot of difference for how I relate to people. For example, sometimes someone would ask me if I could do a mural or if they could hire me to work on their website. And I noticed artists think differently, and I would find ways to work with artists. Sometimes they were a writer who didn't think in pictures, and I would help edit their work to remember that other people do think in pictures. Or sometimes they were an artist who did think in pictures, but they needed help writing artist statement. So I would help put those pictures into words. I would help with titles or descriptions. And that was really fun to be able to help both sides. And then I noticed that, well, I really think in pictures. And so sometimes I would do funny things like I would forget to get back to people. I would think, well, they're probably remembering, they'll get back to me eventually. And I wouldn't call them or check on them because I would just assume they also were thinking about me and they'd get to me eventually. And not everyone's like that. Not everyone has a great memory. Not everyone thinks in pictures. And that's something I learned to either just let that client go because they've long forgotten about me. Their sense of time is better. They've been keeping track of everything and they have new leads. Or I would just call them and remind them. And that would be the biggest thing for me, to call and remind somebody of something. I just never would think of that. I just assume they've got everything under control and remember everything. And that would be, that was something funny I learned about being creative, is everyone thinks differently and they all want to be met in their own place, whether they're a word person, a picture person, or something else entirely. I try to meet them where they're at and remember what my own strengths and weaknesses are. And that's really helped me in being creative. I hope that you have a great week, and I'll talk to you later.